Kroll must go. Say it with me. Bob Kroll must go. Bob Kroll must go. Bob Kroll must go. Bob Kroll must go. And I'm going to tell you something about Bob Kroll. He's the bull counter of our time. He represents the most racist aspect of our society. And I want you to know right now, I know it's a revolution because they are digging deep into their heels right now. If we were not in a revolution, they would have already got rid of Bob Kroll. They would have already been moving forward. But they know that the change that's going to come is going to change this entire system. And that is what we are demanding for. And I'm telling you, we need to understand what we're fighting for. As the other speakers mentioned, we are fighting for humanity. We are fighting for freedom. We are fighting for dignity. That is what we are fighting for in this moment. And I want you to know that in this moment right now, you have to open your eyes and see injustice everywhere. It wasn't on just 38th in Chicago and George Floyd. If you open your eyes, you see immediately that in these communities, they are made up this way because of redlining. They are made up this way because of redlining. If you see a white person living in a neighborhood where there's not a single black person living there, that is racism that has created that. That is policies of racism that have created the kind of neighborhoods that we see here today. And on top of that, wherever you look, health disparities, that is racism that we see there. In fact, I was in conversation today and yesterday with families who have their loved ones right now in hospitals in Minnesota who are not getting treatment for their family members, are not getting the kind of quality treatment because of their color, because of their religion, and because of who they are. But one thing I'm going to tell you, there's a revolution in this country, and that bullshit ain't going to go anymore. That's not going to happen anymore. And we're going to go and bulldoze across the injustices that's happening in this country, wherever we find it. But it's going to take every single one of us. Every single one of us. I want you to know the protest is the blood of the revolution. But it's what you do between protests that make the protest mean something. And I'm going to tell you, every single one of you came from a neighborhood. Every single one of you came from a family. Every single one of you came from a community of faith. Every single one of you came from a collection of people who love you, who trust you, who value you. You need to go back to those circles and say, we're going to make change in our own zip codes. We're going to make change in our own schools. We're going to make change in our own neighborhoods, our own counties, our own cities. Because this was not just Minneapolis, this is all over the country. And I'm telling you right now that Minnesota is failing. We are failing. We are failing. We killed George Floyd, not a single legislation has been passed. And you know, they would have passed some cookie, whatever, those fake-ass legislation. They didn't even pass any fake stuff. What does that tell you about the type of system and the corrupt leadership that we have right now? What does that tell you about them? That they don't care about us. But you know who put them in? That's all of us, yeah? We put them in. Right. So this is the moment to recognize they failed us. No matter how cute they are, no matter how nice they are, no matter what kind of shirts they wear, no matter what they say on TV, they failed us. And they will continue to fail us unless we say no more. Until we say no more. So I'm telling you right now. Okay. All right, last point I want to mention is this. Every single one of you right now in this movement right now, you need to be bringing people. We need to have little protests every single location. And you know who's failed us? The Senate and the House. And you know what they went back to? They left the Senate and the House. They're like, we're done with this session. We ain't doing jack shit. You know what they did? They went back to their own houses. So what do we need to do? We need to go to their houses and let them know that they're not going to be peace, because where there's no justice, no justice, no justice, no justice, no justice, no justice. Say his name. Say his name. If George Floyd don't get it, if we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. We demand justice by by any means necessary.
All right, everybody, we're about to get ready to march. So we need to clear the path for this truck to come through. The truck is going to be heading to my left. So our march route is so we can go ahead and march. Please follow the leadership of the people who are wearing the bright colored vests, because we need to stand behind them, and we'll have some of them following us as well. So we're about to go. Let's go. Say his name!
George Floyd!
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 Louder!
George Floyd! George Floyd!
Say his name!
George Floyd!
Say his name!
George Floyd!
Louder!
George Floyd!
Say his name!
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 George Floyd!
Say her name!
Aaron Taylor!
Say her name!
Breonna Taylor!
Say her name!
Supe Huffy!
Say her name!
Breonna Taylor!
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 When I say no justice, no peace, you say Bob Kroll has got to leave. No justice, no peace!
Bob Kroll has got to go!
No justice, no peace!
Bob Kroll must leave!
No justice, no peace!
Bob Kroll must leave!
Hey, hey, ho, ho! Bob Kroll has got to go!
Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Bob Kroll has got to go! Ho, ho! Bob Kroll has got to go!
Alright, y'all, I'm not hearing a lot of y'all. What's going on? The energy's kind of down. I need to hear y'all. Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Bob Kroll has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho!
Bob Kroll has got to go!
Hey, hey!
Ho, ho!
Bob Kroll has got to go! Hey, hey!
Ho, ho!
Bob Kroll has got to go! Hey, hey!
Ho, ho!
Bob Kroll has got to go! Hey, hey!
Ho, ho! Bob Kroll has got to go!
Louder!
Ho, ho! Bob Kroll has got to go!
Hey, hey!
Ho, ho!
Bob Kroll has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Bob Kroll has got to go! Hey, hey!
Ho, ho! Bob Kroll has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Bob Kroll has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Bob Kroll has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Bob Kroll has got to go! Hey, hey!
This next year goes like this: no justice, no peace. Take it to the streets and fuck the police.
Yeah, no justice, no peace!
No justice,
No peace! Take it to the streets and fuck the police! No justice, no peace! Take it to the streets and fuck the police! No justice, no peace! Take it to the streets and fuck the police! No justice, no peace! Take it to the streets and fuck the police! No justice, no peace! Take it to the streets and fuck the police! No justice, no peace! Take it to the streets and fuck the police! No justice, no peace! Take it to the streets and fuck the police! No justice, no peace! Take it to the streets and fuck the police! No justice, no peace! Take it to the streets and fuck the police! No justice, no peace! Take it to the streets and fuck the police! No justice, no peace! Take it to the streets, fuck the police! No peace! No peace! No peace! No peace! Now! Justice!
streets!
Our 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 streets!
Our
Our
streets!
streets!
Our
Our
streets!
streets!
Our
Our
streets!
streets!
Our 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 streets!
I don't believe y'all. Whole streets!
Our streets!
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 What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
Say his name.
George Floyd!
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 Black lives. Black lives.
Matter!
Black lives.
Matter!
Black lives, and then it just matters. Black lives.
Matter!
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 Native lives.
Matter!
Native lives.
Matter!
Native lives.
Matter!
Native lives.
Matter!
Hmong lives.
Matter!
Hmong lives.
Matter!
Hmong lives.
Matter!
I'd like to say something right quick. Derek Chauvin also killed a native man. When I say Wayne, you say Reyes. Wayne. Wayne. Wayne.
Reyes!
Wayne. Wayne. Native life. Native life. Native life. Native life.
When I say 2,000 stolen lives, you say we refuse to close our eyes. 2,000 stolen lives. We refuse to close our eyes. 2,000 stolen lives. We refuse to close
the murder of Black people
like the rest of those punk-ass precincts, because ain't nobody over here dealt with them, but they need to be handled as well because they're part of a crooked, corrupt, racist-ass system. So we came to bring all the smoke to the 2nd precinct and take it over these streets. Whole streets! Our streets! 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 George Floyd! Say his name! 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 George Floyd! I can't hear you! George Floyd! Say his name! 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 George Floyd! All right, we had a brother here who wants to take the microphone.
Man, 2020's been a hell of a year, ain't it? A hell of a year. Seems like no positives come out from it at all. It's straight negative all year. But I want to be able to look at the positives right now. Look around you. Look around you. It sucks that this had to happen for us to come together as a people. But if this is what it takes, then this is what it takes for us to stand together. To come against the real oppressor of this world. The real thugs, the real gangs. The real thugs, the real gangs. Because I know the thugs not here right now. I know the thugs not here right now. So fuck what Donald Trump said, because y'all know he called y'all thugs, right, for peacefully protesting.
Yeah, he called us thugs. And Crow called us terrorists.
The real thugs are in that building.
Say that. Yep.
The real thugs is in that building, and that's why we're here right now, to make as much noise as possible as a people. Because like my brother said over here, this right here, separate is nothing. But like this, we can deserve, man, a hell of a blow. And that's when we punching straight through that motherfucker, I swear to God. Straight through it. But I have a challenge for my young people. I had said something yesterday, that we didn't have enough young people. And it's a good turnout today. We still need more. So the next protest, I challenge you. Bring at least one person. If you came here with 2 people, double that. Bring at least another 2. Came with 3, I need 6. Came with 4, I need 8. Carpool, man, whatever it takes to get here, because this is the time right now. This is the revolution, because 2020, it started off hectic, man. And it's not new. It's been going on for 400 long years. 400 of them. So I'm gonna need y'all to make some noise right now if this is where it stops. I can hear y'all, because don't make noise for me. Don't make noise for me, make noise for the future. Make noise for the future. Because the time is now. Welcome to the revolution.
Let's give this young brother a round of applause, y'all. This movement, this revolution, this evolution is for him, for our futures, y'all. And I am so happy and I am so pleased when I see parents bringing their children out. When I see young people showing up and standing up, it gives me hope. There are so many people out here that need hope, because what this system is trying to do is rob us of our hope. But people without hope are lost. And I'll tell you, this movement, my young people, my white folks, my black folks, my native folks, my Mun folks, my Somali folks, every single human being that is showing up, you are feeding me. You are feeding my spirit. Thank you. My wife and I and many others have been out here for 5+ years, y'all, stomping these streets, going to every seat of power, urging them, telling them, shutting shit down.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Saying that if y'all don't do something to change this evil system, this city will end up in flames.
Yeah, man.
And that is what has happened. My wife said yesterday, she said something that had me doing backflips and cartwheels inside of my body. She said this: we know that there are white supremacists coming into black and brown neighborhoods and doing dirt, and what that means is antagonizing, inciting, as well as shooting people. Every day we are getting calls and reports of these things happening, and you are not seeing it covered by the media. There's no coverage of it. So, if the police, the punk-ass police, and this governmental system refuses to protect us, they come busting in our hood, we busting back. You hear me? That is what it has come to. We are sick and tired of watching our men, women, and children get shot down. No more! No more! No more! No more! Look, this is a movement of the people, y'all. This ain't about me and my wife or none of the people that you've heard speak. This is about us. So I want to ask any of you who have anything to say, to share your heart. Tell us why you're out here. Now is the time. The microphone is open. Trey Hearn? I'm sorry, brother. You're up next. Trey Hearn?
Give yourselves a round of applause for coming out here and standing up for justice and standing up against white supremacy and institutional racism in the city of Minneapolis. Minnesota has set the pace for a global revolution, and all of you are part of it. Big shout out. When I say Isaac, you say Aiden. Isaac. Aiden. Isaac. Aiden. Isaac. Aiden. Isaac. Aiden. When I say Marcus, you say Galton. Marcus. Golden. Marcus. Golden. Marcus. Golden. Marcus. Golden. Marcus. Golden. When I say George, you say Floyd. George. Floyd. George. Floyd. George. Floyd. George. Floyd. Bob Crow must go. The city of Minneapolis has a contract with the Minneapolis Police Union, and we're demanding that Jacob Fry bring the union leaders to the table and renegotiate the contract, or just end it, period. End it. Say end it. End it. End it. End it. End it. In what? In the contract. In the contract. In the contract. In the contract. No contract. No contract should allow you to be able to kill black lives and go home and go to bed and have dinner. No contract should allow you to be able to kill somebody who is unarmed and go home and go to bed at night and have a good night's sleep. No contract should allow you to sick your dog on somebody and tear their flesh up viciously, and you don't go to jail or you don't go to court, and then the taxpayers have to pay for your mistake. So, Black lives, Black lives, Black lives. The police in Minnesota and in Minneapolis were created to protect property owners. Black people who are the living descendants of slaves, we were considered property. And the police, even though that we have been called human beings today, the police still don't protect us. The police still, they don't patrol our neighborhoods the same way they patrol white neighborhoods. We pay our taxes, but we don't get the same type of representation that white people get in these type of neighborhoods over, not these ones, but in Calhoun Square or on Summit Avenue. So we're demanding that Jacob Fry, in the contract with the Minneapolis Police Department Police Union, say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Thank you. Power to the people.
Salam, everybody. Salam means peace. My name is Mohammed, and I just want to remind us that in the middle of a pandemic, because coronavirus is real, right? During an election year, these people have the audacity to try to deprive us of our rights. And we are all here with boots on the ground, ready to shut this shit down. I'll be very, very honest with you guys, with all of you guys. I'm very tired of having to educate individuals about what's been happening in the last 400 years. I am tired of white silence. I am tired of complacency. I am tired of mediocrity. And I am tired of seeing the Senate and the House continue to go home on the weekends when we can't get none of our brothers back and none of our sisters back. So we're not going to continue to lie to ourselves. The system is broken. And we saw Bob Crow talking about, yeah, I saw the video. It was a couple of bad few apples. It's not bad apples. It's a rotten tree. And we know that it's a rotten tree, and that tree has been rotten since the idea of policing was created. Since the slave patrol, like the sister said. So now I want to see everybody's fists up. The revolution will never ever be televised. And we know that because there's no cameras here. Where's CBS? Where's CARE 11? They're not here. But we got a lot of brothers and a lot of sisters with the cameras out. The revolution will be live streamed. And we've seen a lot of young brothers and a lot of young sisters out there throwing back tear gas, out there burning the police precinct because of the pain that we've endured for the last 400 years. The pain of our indigenous brothers and sisters, the pain of our Latinx brothers and sisters, the pain of our African American brothers and sisters, the pain of our Somali brothers and sisters, and the pain of our Hmong black brothers and sisters. We're not going back. We're not going back. And the reason why we are here today, standing in solidarity, is because we're not gonna go back. So, if we have voted you in, and you haven't done anything, you will be held accountable. And like Brother Jelani said earlier, we need to start showing up at these people's houses. Because of no justice, no peace. If we don't get no justice, no peace. If we don't get no justice, they don't get no peace. If we don't get no justice, they don't get no peace. If we don't get no justice, they don't get no peace. Say his name! George Floyd. Say his name! George Floyd. Say his name! George Floyd. Thank you.
Let's give that brother another round of applause. I've been seeing Muhammad show up and show out since all of this happened. Muhammad, my brother, thank you. Thank you. Look, I want to give y'all a little bit of history about the city of Minneapolis real quick before we bring up the next speaker. We are standing in what they call Northeast Minneapolis. Northeast. There was a time in this city's history. If you would like, take a seat, because we've been marching. We're gonna have to march back, y'all. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead if you would like to. There was a time in this city's history where if you were black, you could not come across that West Broadway bridge to the northeast. You could not come across that Lowry Bridge. You couldn't come across that Plymouth Avenue Bridge without having to deal with racist and discrimination. I have talked to several of our elders who gave me the history, and many of them were beat. And the police would they would go handcuff, throw African American men into the back seats of their cars, bring them under the bridge and over here and beat them. Sometimes beating them to a pulp and leaving them over here on this side of town where they were not safe. So this ground that we stand on is evil ground. Once they came and took this from the native community, it became soiled with blood. Yep. So I want you to know where we are standing. We are coming right into the seat of racism, right into the seat of discrimination. And we are sending a message that we ain't taking this shit no more. My brother, young brother, I'm proud again when I see young men and women standing up for their rights. It gives me hope. So this brother, he's got a smooth name, y'all. His name is Lavish. Welcome this brother to the mic. Appreciate you.
Yo, I want to address a couple different things. Firstly, I'm just so grateful that everybody was able to come out right now. I know a lot of us have prior engagements, but this is way more important. We got to make this be at the top of our priorities. So just give yourselves a hand for that. Secondly, I want to address just the momentum we have right now, right? So in Minneapolis, we've really set precedent on how to respond to these type of things. And what we've accomplished thus far, we didn't accomplish by sitting at the crib. We didn't accomplish by just tweeting. We didn't accomplish by just sharing Instagram posts or talking about it on the phone. We got this far. We got a couple officers arrested, but some are still out at Cub Foods, as y'all have seen. So we've gotten thus far by coming out in these streets and demanding this justice, going in front of the governor's house, making the mayor come out. Where did he live? Right over here somewhere. That being said, we can't go much further unless we start to devise even more organized and structured tactics. So we can get this far for sure. We can keep doing this. We can go to a memorial every day. We can go to a funeral every day. We can wear these t-shirts every day. But until we actually have some laws put in place and you're our senator or you're our congresswoman, we can't make that large of systemic change, right? So I just want to address that. Another part that I really want to get at is what's next. Because while we in the moment, you know, it's hard to see the forest when you're in it. You can only see the trees. We got to think about Lake in Chicago. All them buildings is burnt. When there is a depression like this, the value of things dropped. Not only that, but now it looks like Yemen. It looks like Syria. We in a first world country, and sometimes we make fun of Palestine, or we think it could never happen to us. But right now, we in that third world country for sure. That being said, who's going to buy back Lake in Chicago? There's like 40 buildings on Lake Street. Who's going to buy it back? I lived there my whole life. I've been on Lake Street 1,000 times, and I bet a lot of y'all have as well. Right here is like $2 million, easily, just from ourselves. If we were able to reach out to others, we could allocate, we could get $100 million and buy the entirety of Lake Street. So, you know, we got to think about how did we get here, but how do we continue to progress and go further? We can continue to do this every day. I got an attorney friend. I was arrested with a couple other people out here on the Washington Street Bridge when the police arrested about 200 of us. I got an attorney friend. He lives in Maple Grove. He's Jewish. He's affluent. He's well off. He is very open-minded to what's going on now. I even brought him down to 38th and George, where I've been organizing every single day. And he says, oh yeah, my neighbors, they just think it's a flash in the pan. So his neighbors in Maple Grove, they said, oh no, we can wait for these niggas to get out of the street. We can wait for them to leave the street. It'll go back to normal eventually. So that's why we got to keep doing this, but we got to progress and be able to have some laws put in place so that we don't have to come out here. We can stop it before it happens. Accountability is good, but we need to have some kind of interference so when they try to ride down on us, nah, it can't happen like that. You know what? One crazy thing I think about a lot of times, the white supremacists in Michigan State Capitol building, the cops didn't not shoot them because they was white.
The cops did not shoot them because they were so well organized and militant that the cops would have been taken down. So how about me, you, and you? We protect all of us. And then we go buy back Lake Street. And then we go buy back all of that because those buildings, the property value is so low, we could get an FHA loan on it for 3% and go ahead and buy the whole street back. That being said, though, we have set precedent on really how to respond. We got to keep understanding. It's hard to see what's going on outside of us, like I said, when we in it. But we got to make sure we understand how big our voice is. Go look at Amsterdam. Go look at Paris. Go look at Atlanta. Go look at Milwaukee. Go look at LA. The list goes on, but that's because we started right here with this energy. We got this march going today. We had one yesterday in front of the governor. We got one tomorrow. We can't stop, and we got to keep getting better. That's what we got to keep doing. So that's all I really wanted to say. That's it. Lavish, ladies and gentlemen. Again, our young men and women are rising up. They are finding that power, that inner power that was in them the entire time, that was deposited in them by God at birth. There is a march tomorrow for Breonna Taylor. Powderhorn Park, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Like we said, unfortunately, they are killing our women as well. She was in her home, asleep. A no-knock warrant on the wrong house. How in the world are they not arrested for murder?
That's that bullshit.
If a doctor accidentally cuts somebody's artery, he or she will have to answer for that. Right? In every other profession, if you make a mistake that causes someone to lose their life, you will be held accountable for that. And we are saying, when they are given the authority that they are given and given deadly weapons, they need that same accountability, if not more, right?
Higher standards.
I've watched videos of police officers in other countries disarm people who have weapons without drawing weapons on them. How is it that they can do it in other countries, but you can't do it here? They are scared and they are militarized, and that is what they are trained to do. Shoot to kill. That system needs to come down. It ain't right. And if it ain't right, the shit gotta go. The people, the system, all of it. We need to start over from scratch. So young people, prepare yourselves. Sit with us. Meet with us. Because we need you to become those leaders in those political seats. To take those seats. And I've said it before to our city council. If y'all can't do what it is that we need, get the fuck out of the way. And if you want to keep sitting your ass there, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do what Jesus did. We're going to flip the table over and set up our own table. Now I want to hear from some other young people. Anybody here who has something that they want to say, that they want to express themselves. My brother, thank you. What's your name? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Spencer.
How you doing? I've been out here pretty much every day since like all this really cracked off. Me and my little sister was out here. Earlier before I came though, I just want to talk about, earlier before I came, I watched a really heartbreaking video. I don't know if you guys have heard of Elijah McClain and what happened in Colorado, but you know, I watched that video today and it just really broke my heart, man. And I don't know, man, all these things that's been happening lately, I just feel like we really need to hold these people accountable, you know what I mean? These are people who we put in position to protect us, and they're becoming domestic terrorists. Where we can't even walk down the street doing everyday things without people saying we look suspicious. Elijah McClain was doing absolutely nothing. He walked to the store to get a tea for his brother, and he walked home, and he got killed for walking home from the store. He got killed for looking suspicious for walking home from the store. We cannot allow these things to continue to happen. You know what I mean? Tamir Rice would have been 18 today. Can we get a moment of silence for Tamir Rice? He would have been 18 today. They pulled up on him and shot him instantly. No hesitation. I watched that video 6 years ago. It wasn't even 5 seconds. It was 2 seconds. They pulled up and they shot him, you know what I mean? So if we can just get a moment of silence and put your fists up for Tamir Rice real quick for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. The next speaker we will have is Hooligan. Huda, please forgive me. Give her a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey y'all, so many beautiful faces out here. I love it. This is energy right here. Every single time I come out to talk, I always talk about a little story that happened a couple days beforehand or the week beforehand. And what broke my heart more than anything else is the fact that when you call the police, all they'll tell you is, oh, we're too scared, we can't come out. Oh, we can't help you. Or, oh, we'll be there in an hour or two. An hour or two is when someone's dead. And real shit, excuse my language real quick for the kids out here, but real thing that's happening out here is on Oakland Avenue on Franklin. There was a woman that was called for a mental distress issue, all right? They called the police or for some type of professional, and the police simply said, sorry, we can't help you. We can't help you to the woman that's crying at 4 a.m., screaming about a dead child. Y'all can't help her? And the first thing your community does is call the police. Right now, the main thing y'all need to do is stop calling the police. Stop calling the police, they're not gonna help you. If there's an issue, figure out how to get an ambulance. Figure out who is the next medical professional. That's your neighbor. You got a medical professional as a neighbor, almost everyone does on the block. You gotta figure out how to get your own trainings. You gotta figure out how to get in contact with your nurses. You gotta get in contact with mental health professionals. Just having the answer of, or even the question of, how are you doing today? That's gonna help someone. And figuring out where your donation sites are. Figuring out where your money's gonna go. Lavish that just spoke, he has t-shirts that says, defund the police or police the police. 100% of the donations come right back to the cause. Right back to the community. Know where every dollar goes. Your black dollar, your black coin, that matters more than anything else. And that's true love right there. That's all I gotta say.
That's right, that's right, that's right. I cannot say no to Samaya. Come on up.
All right, Samaya.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to take up too much time. I already spoke earlier, but I just wanted to say, as much as I do encourage people to come out, to my black and brown folks as well as the allies who continuously and consistently come out, I do want to tell you guys to practice some radical self-care, because we need all of you healthy and well, and mentally, physically, and emotionally, to be able to continue to fight. Like all the activists have told me since I got into this movement, I've been go, 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 fight, fight, fight every single day, organizing meetings, just everything. So I do want to tell you guys to take care of yourselves, do something for yourself, ask yourself, what am I doing to take care of myself today? I also did want to shout out Marquise. He's very humble, but he won't say this, but if you are going through anything and we need to support black therapists, I encourage you to check out Hope and Healing Counseling. He does own a therapy consulting company, right? Yeah. So I've been going to Marquise for a while, so support your local black-owned businesses. The answer is always in our community. Shout out to Marquise for serving the community out in the streets and also making sure our mental health is also straight, continuing to empower us and help us to continue the fight, because it's a marathon, not a sprint. It's a movement, not a moment. Take care of yourself. We're trying to make radical changes, so it's important we practice radical self-care too. So that's all.
Thank you so much, Samara. We had another young woman come up, baby, and say, I want to speak. So first I said, no, we got to get back. And then I said, nah, we want to hear from our young people.
Hello, my name's Anna. I'm from St. Louis Park. I'm about to be a junior in college in the fall. I'm studying politics and government, sociology, anthropology, and minor in social justice. So I've been out at these marches. I've been out here in these streets, and people are calling for us to stand up. People are calling for us to take action. We want to see the young people out here. So I've been talking to some of my friends, and I've really been thinking about running after I graduate. So we'll see how that goes, but I know y'all got my back, and I got your back too. I got your back too. And on that, I need you all to make sure that you got each other's back. I've met so many amazing people out in these streets. I've met so many people across the country, through the internet, all that. But I'm making sure I'm checking up on them. Every couple days, every couple weeks, just check in. How are you doing? How are you feeling? How are you doing today? What can I help you with? Because at the end of the day, we're all we have. We are all we have. And so we need to make sure everybody's good. Because if you're not good, you can't help somebody else. And we need each other in this. We need each other in this. And y'all know we're just getting started. It's a long road ahead of us. So make sure you're taking care of each other. Like Sumaya said, make sure you're checking in with the people you know, with the people you don't know. With somebody you see posted something, just slide up, say something, even if you've never talked to them before. Because that's how we build community. That's how we stand together. So, thank y'all. Power to the people. My name's Anna Dusair.
I had a few concluding comments as we end this and march back to where we started. Marquise opened this up with talking about the history behind Northeast Minneapolis and how it has never been kind to people of color, to people who are marginalized. And I wanted to conclude with 2 points. And the first has to do with power. History is all too often written by the powerful. It is written by the winners. It is written by the affluent. It is written by white supremacists. We stand here today in the district of State Senator Carrie Ziedzik. State Senator Carrie Ziedzik. Her father, a little bit of history for you, was Walt Ziedzik. He's a Minneapolis police officer. He owned Northeast Minneapolis for a very long time. That family could have stopped all the issues with black people coming over the bridge years ago. Today, it's years later, they're still in office, nothing's been done. And the second piece I want to close with is I want to have a little chat about the future, because we're taking the power back. We are here today, we are powerful, we have the power to take it back, we got pride, and we are moving forward. There is a reason that Jacob Fry lives in Northeast. There's a reason that all the white folks cluster in Northeast. It's because they feel safe and they feel powerful, and we are here to disturb their world. This second precinct, they are gonna feel the smoke. We're gonna keep bringing the smoke, and we are coming back tomorrow, and we are coming back the next day,
and we are coming back the day after, because we will not sleep and we will not rest until we get justice. We want justice, and we don't just want justice for George Floyd. We want justice for Philando. We want justice for Jamal Clark. We want justice for Philando Castillo, and we want justice for the hundreds of people who have lost their lives to police brutality in the city of Minneapolis, and we will get justice, and we will get it by any means necessary.
Yeah.
This is not the end, this is the beginning. Hell yeah, remove the statute of limitations. Remove the statute of limitations, reopen all the cases, and after that, and after we're done with that, let's remove all the other pasty white motherfuckers from their seats on high.
Yep.
We gotta stand on their necks. We gotta make them feel it, and we are going to level the playing field, and we are not going to apologize for it. Because we ain't sorry. Because we want justice. We want it now. Because Black Lives Matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Long lives matter. Disabled lives matter.
Man. Just a little bit longer, y'all. Just a little bit longer. 2 more speakers. This brother got 1 minute. He's been really patient. Tell me your name again. Divine.
I'm Divine Muhammad. I'm from North Minneapolis. I've been a resident here all my life, except when I left to take care of a sick wife in Phoenix who passed away 4 years ago. But I'm back, and I work for a place called Turning Point. I ain't gonna say no shame. I just want to say this. There used to be a saying that used to say, "What's the longest bridge in the world?" The Plymouth Avenue Bridge, because it's the bridge between Poland and Africa. Come on, they used to make jokes like that. You know, yeah, and I was one of the ones, 18 years old. I'm 58 years old. I was one of the ones that was 18 years old getting my ass beat down under the bridge by the river. You know, this stuff gotta stop, man. Every year of my life, I'm 58. Every year of my life, people been dying. They don't even talk about Sale Scott, who got the back of his head blown off by a double-barrel shotgun. What the fuck was the police carrying a double-barrel shotgun for? Why they killed Tysell Nielsen? Shot him in the back. Why they killing us like this? This shit have to stop. It gotta stop. And guess what? They're trying to wear us down right now. I want to say this real quick. They're trying to wear us down. They think by next week it's only going to be 10 of us out here in Bible. No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm getting off work every day. And I'm coming in here with y'all. Thank you.
I said earlier, I love it when I see my young people. I love it even more when our elders are with us. Like my wife said, this is multi-generational, brother. We welcome you. We thank you. Welcome back home, my brother. Welcome home. We need that. We need your wisdom. Absolutely. Absolutely. This next brother, y'all, Tony, has been holding it down since day one over on 38th in Chicago, where there is sacred ground. We calling that George Floyd Avenue right now. We calling that into existence. This brother is a powerful brother. He's very influential. So give him a moment.
What's his name? What's his name? Alright, so in these past couple days, man, I ain't lost 3 homeboys. We ain't going through a civil rights movement no more. We going through a civil rights war. This is what they want in America. They want war. But we ain't going to fight fire with fire. We're going to fight it with water. All I'm saying is, we going to be out here every single day and night until we beat what we came for, and that's justice. So I want to stay here every day. I'm going to be right here every day. They know me from 38, but now they going to know me from right here because I'm standing through the whole city now. Who got my back? Who got my back? Because I got your back too. See, one thing they don't want to do is shine light on the dark. What they doing there is paying all these gang members and clickbangers to start all the wars back up. What they doing is they paying all these clickbangers to start a war back up with the trades and the lows. And that need to get shined out right now. Because they ain't shooting for nothing. They getting paid to shoot to put us back. Because they know we want to defund the police and they know we want to abolish them. And they trying to show us that we need them. We don't need y'all.
Come on, come on, come on.
If y'all know the movie, it's Police to Police. It's time for us to take care of each other. It's time for us to check on each other. No matter what, we gotta stand on each other. We gotta put our knee on their neck and not let down once. I'm gonna tell y'all, it's time to wake the city up because we peaked down for a little bit. Now it's time to stand back up. When you rise your fist, you need to lift up right along with it because it's our time. What's his name? George Floyd. What's his name? George Floyd. The crazy thing about it is now they starting to open up other cases now. All the cases that got swept under the ground, they starting to pick them up now. The biggest thing what we need to do is start voting. Y'all want to make a change? It start with voting. Y'all want to make a change? Get Donald Trump out the chair. We need to vote. That's the biggest movement right now is to get everybody to start voting. Because all we need to do is show them that we're not afraid. Because if they can keep fear, they can keep America standing up over us. It's faith over fears, y'all. We have been out here every single day and every single night, and we haven't went in yet. I mean, I ain't seen bullets went past me, and I'm still out here. Is y'all afraid?
No.
Is y'all afraid?
No.
Who run the city?
We run the city.
Man, like I said, who run the city?
We run the city.
So at the end of the day, we need to stand together. We need to call, check, text, all that. We got to make sure we good. Because if we don't defund the police and abolish the police, we got to be ready for the next solution. We need to teach each other. We need to make a plan. We need to organize this so when that time comes, we 2 steps ahead of them. Because all they want to do is line us up like dominoes and try to make all us fall. 1 out of 10, like I said, it's like we in the Titanic right now. The ship may sink, but you just got to keep swimming. And there's going to be some people that drown, but if people swimming, check on each other. Carry each other. Pray with each other. Because like I said in my last speech, we're going to lay with each other and we're going to stand up with each other. But it starts right here. If you can't change the man's heart, you can't change the movement. You know that? If you can't change the man's heart, you can't change the movement. Because right now, like I said, I ain't seen my guy uptown. My guy was the one that died uptown. I ain't watched my guy got killed on 38, and then my guy Antonio just got killed in the trades. How many more people gonna die if we don't keep fighting? So we need to keep fighting. Because if we don't keep fighting, we gonna keep on losing each other. Like I said, whose city is this?
Our city.
Whose city is this?
Our city.
Who run the city?
We do.
Who stand with the city?
We do.
All right.
All right, y'all, let's give Tony another hand. Okay, so here's what I want us to do. I have 3 t-shirts in my hand that say Bob Crow must go. We want to leave a little memento here at the 2nd precinct. So I need 3 volunteers. Come grab these shirts. Put the large shirt on the little child. That's a little white girl. It's 2 white men over there. Put these one at a table. Each will take 1 shirt and decorate. And then if you have signs that you want to leave here at the 2nd precinct, you're more than welcome to do so before we get ready to march back. All right? Whole streets!
Our streets!
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 Whole streets!
Our streets! George Floyd! 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 Shut it down! 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 Shut it down!
These are two statues.
Shut it down!
Precinct.
Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down!
Slow it down. Slow it down.
Shut it down! Ain't no power to power people because our people don't stop. People don't stop. People don't stop.
I think that needs more tape.
Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Native 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 lives, they matter here. Brown 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 lives, they matter here. Thank you guys. Brown lives, they matter here. 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 No justice, no peace. Prosecute the police. 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 No justice, no peace. Prosecute the police.
Hey, when we leave here on 38th in Chicago, we got the flower replaced. So everybody show up at 38th in Chicago. I have an event where they removed all the dead flowers since the day that the memorial started. So we replacing all the flowers. So all y'all that's leaving here, make that way over to 38th in Chicago.
Samaya, where are you? Are you getting on the truck to help lead Chancellor? Come on. Okay, is there room for one more person to squeeze in Peter or not? Okay, go ahead. And then you can squeeze on that side. Okay, so they're going to be leading chants. I need my bullhorn. Who got my bullhorn so I can help them?
Here you go. I'll give it up.
You can help lead chants as long as you stay on beat. Okay, no. All right, so I'm going to pass them the microphone. They're going to turn the truck around so we can get it going. Y'all ready?
Yes.
We ready.
We're about to start moving.
All right, here y'all go.
You better come on because we're walking back. Okay, I'm in the front, right by the church.
Y'all ready?
Y'all ready? Is y'all ready to march? Yeah. Is y'all ready to march? Yeah. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go. We ready?
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go. Hey, everybody at the precinct, let's go.
Let's go.
What's his name?
George Floyd!
What's his name?
George Floyd!
What's his name?
George Floyd!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
And when do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
And when do we want it?
Now!
What's his name?
George Floyd!
What's his name?
George Floyd!
What's his name?
George Floyd!
Let's make some noise. Let's wake the city up, y'all.
Black lives!
The bridge, y'all. We all stand together. There's no line between the bridge, y'all, right here. We all together.
Black lives!
Black lives! Black lives! Black lives! Black lives! Black lives! Black lives! Black lives!
Trans lives matter. Outer lives matter. Youth lives matter. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice.
some of these girls take over.
Indict, convict, send these killer cops to jail. The whole damn system is guilty as hell. Indict, convict, send these killer cops to jail. The whole damn system is guilty as hell. Indict, convict, send these killer cops to jail. The whole damn system is guilty as hell. Indict, convict, send these killer cops to jail. The whole damn system is guilty as hell. Indict, convict, send those killer cops to jail. The whole damn system is guilty as hell. Indict, convict, send those killer cops to jail. The whole damn system is guilty as hell. Indict, convict, send those killer cops to jail. The whole damn system is guilty as hell. The whole damn system is guilty as hell. Indict, convict, send those killer cops to jail. The whole damn system is guilty as hell.
Black lives, they matter here.
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 Hold on, we want freedom, freedom. These racist ass cops, we don't need them, need them. Hold on, we want freedom, freedom. All these racist ass cops, we don't need them, need them. Hold on, we want freedom, freedom. All these racist ass cops, we don't need them, need them. Hold on, we want freedom, freedom. All these racist ass cops, we don't need them, need them. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. Justice. Now. Justice. Now. Justice. Now. George Floyd. George Floyd. George Floyd. George Floyd. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. No peace. Take to the streets and fuck the police. No justice. No peace. Take to the streets and fuck the police. No justice. No peace. Take to the streets and fuck the police. No peace. Take it to the streets and fuck the police. No justice. No peace. Take it to the streets and fuck the police. No justice. No peace. Take it to the streets and fuck the police. No justice. No peace. Take it to the streets and fuck the police. No justice. No peace. Take it to the streets and fuck the police. No justice. No peace. Take it to the streets and fuck the police. No justice. No peace. Take it to the streets and fuck the police. No justice. No peace. Take it to the streets and fuck the police. No justice. No peace. Take it to the streets and fuck the police. No justice. No peace.
Take it to the streets and fuck the police. No justice, no peace. Take it to the streets and fuck the police. No justice, no peace.
Take it to the streets and fuck the police. No justice,
no peace.
Take it to the streets and fuck the police. No justice,
no peace.
Take it to the streets and fuck the police. No justice,
no peace.
Take it to the streets and fuck the police. No justice,
no peace. Take it to the streets and fuck the police.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Hey, hey, hey. When I say fuck, you say Bob. Fuck. Fuck. When I say fuck, you say Bob. Fuck. Fuck. When I say fuck, you say Bob. Fuck. Fuck. When I say fuck, you say Bob. Fuck. Fuck. What's his name? And don't forget it. Hey, we gonna be out here. All y'all people that's outside, looking outside y'all door, we gonna be out here. It's DTP. We gonna disturb the peace with all our Black Lives Matter march right now. So if y'all don't watch the book, become the book. Cause right now, we stand out here every element every day until they put those bitch ass cops down. And then we gonna march every day because they don't want no black people secure and there. We gonna march to change that up today. Cause you know what? We gonna be out here every day. Do y'all see this every day? We gonna be out here every day. Fuck Bob. Fuck Bob. Fuck Bob. Fuck Bob. Is y'all afraid of the KKK? Is y'all afraid of 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 the KKK?
Hell no.
Alright. You said what?
What you want us to say back?
Say hell, fuck it, no. Is y'all afraid? Fuck it, hey, when I say fuck, y'all say Bob. Fuck. Bob. Fuck. Bob. When I say fuck, y'all say Bob.
Bob. And fuck Liz. And her ratchet ass too.
Bob Crow.
Let's go.
Bob Crow.
Let's go.
Bob Crow.
Let's go.
Bob Crow.
Let's go.
Bob Crow. Bob Crow.
Let's go.
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 Bob Crow. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Bob Crow has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Bob Crow has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Bob Crow has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Bob Crow has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Bob Crow has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Bob Crow has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Bob Crow has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Bob Crow has got to go. No cops, no KKK, no racist USA. 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 Shout out to my brother started revolution, screaming fuck 12, fuck the institution.
Hey, look at all these people looking through the peephole. Hey, why y'all looking through the peephole? Come join. What y'all scared for? Y'all just living the life that we've been living for a long time. We've been looking through the peephole because every time the police trying to take us down every time we step out.
That's right.
So is y'all afraid?
No.
Is y'all afraid? No. Man, y'all better not be afraid because we got a whole squad with us right now. We out here. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. I'm gonna tell y'all, man, this shit been a journey so far. Since the 25th, since I watched him put that knee on his neck, man. You know, it's time for every city, every state, every country to stand up. And if y'all want to stand up, first thing y'all got to be voted up. Because at the end of the day, it started with the man in the chair, because he allowed all that shit to happen. So ain't no crying about this shit if y'all ain't gonna make nothing happen about it. Don't talk about it, be about it. Don't talk about the change, be about the change. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I can talk my motherfucking ass off to my face turn true, guns up. But if we don't make change, change ain't gonna come.
Alright, I'm a big ball line fan, so I'm gonna take this from him. Get up! Stand up! Stand up for your rights! Get up! Stand up! Stand up for your rights! Get up! Stand up! Stand up for your rights! Get up! Stand up! Stand up for your rights! Get up! Stand up! Stand up for your rights! Get up! Stand up! Stand up for your rights! Get up! Stand up! Stand up for your rights! Get up! Stand up! Stand up for your rights! Get up! Stand up! Stand up for your rights! Get up! Stand up! Stand up for your rights! Get up! Stand up! Stand up for your rights! Get up! Stand up! Stand up for your rights! Get up! Stand up! Stand up for your rights! Get up! Stand up! Stand up for your rights!
When I say we're in, one moment. We're here to, one moment. I made it up. We're here forever. We stand together. 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 The people united will never be divided. 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 The people united. Boots on the ground. We're here to shut this shit down. Boots, boots, boots on the ground. We're here to shut this shit down. Boots, boots, boots on the ground. We're here to shut this shit down. Boots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're here. We're lit. We're taking over this shit. We here. We lit. We taking over this shit. We here. We lit. We taking over this shit. We here. We lit. We taking over this shit. We here. We lit. We taking over this shit. We here. We lit. We taking over this shit. I can't hear y'all. Get loud. Here. We're lit. We're taking over this shit.
We're here. We're lit. We're taking over the shit. We're here. We're lit.
We're taking over this shit. No justice. No peace. Prosecute the police. No justice.
No peace. Prosecute the police. No justice. No peace. Prosecute the police.
No
Justice. No peace. Prosecute the police. No justice. No peace. Prosecute the police. No justice. No peace. Prosecute the police.
No peace. Defund the police. No justice. No peace. Defund the police. No justice. No peace. Defund the police. No justice. No peace. Defund the police.
No justice, no peace. Defund the police. No justice, no peace. Defund the police.
do Chantel Moore. Say her name.
Chantel Moore.
Say her name.
Chantel Moore.
Say her name.
Chantel Moore.
Say her name.
Chantel Moore.
Now we're gonna do Elijah McClain. Say his name.
Elijah McClain.
Say his name.
Elijah McClain.
Say his name.
Elijah McClain.
Say his name.
Elijah McClain.
Now we're gonna do Tony McCain. Say his name.
Tony McCain.
Say his name.
Tony McCain.
Say his name.
Tony McCain.
Say his name.
Tony McCain.
Now we're gonna do my brother Travis Jordan. Say his name.
Travis Jordan.
Say his name.
Travis Jordan.
Say his name.
Travis Jordan.
Say his name.
Travis Jordan.
Say his name.
Travis Jordan.
Isaac Aiden. Say his name.
Isaac Aiden.
Say his name.
Isaac Aiden.
Say his name.
Isaac Aiden.
Say his name.
Isaac Aiden.
When black and brown are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When black and brown are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
No justice, no peace. No racist police.
No justice, no peace. No racist police. No justice, no peace. No racist police. No justice, no peace. No racist police. No justice, no peace. No racist police.
Black lives, they matter here.
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 Native 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 lives, they matter here.
All right, y'all. Give yourselves a hand. I'm so proud of y'all for coming out on a Thursday evening to give Bob Cole all the smoke. His punk ass is out as a Minneapolis cop and his head of the police federation. We're not taking anything short of his resignation. Period. 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 And we gave the second police precinct all the smoke. They deserve now to be afraid, to know that the people are out here, we watching them. And we left some mementos for their asses. So let's give it up right now for Jelani Hussein from CARE. He's going to say a few words, and then I'm going to lead us in the Asada Shakur chant, and then we'll be dismissed. Give it up for Jelani!
All right. I'm going to ask you a question because everybody keeps asking, are you here?
Yes,
and whose streets are these streets?
our streets.
I hear you. Whose streets are these streets?
Our streets.
Whose government is this government?
Our government.
And guess what? Bob Kroll and the Bob Krolls of the society, your day is over. I'm gonna say one thing. This is our revolution. This is our day. This is our people. And this is our moment to make a difference. Because I'm telling you right now, just like we marched today, just as we've been marching, people just look like you have marched in this country and brought change. We are now in their legacy, and we are going to bring change to this country, starting right here in Minnesota. And that change is not just about policing in this country. Police is just the tip of the spear. They have an entire system that is backing them up. It is the mayor's office, it is the policies, it's the counties, it's the state, and it's the government. And it's people like Biden who brought in the war on crime that created mass incarceration in this country. We are no longer going to be silent anymore. The revolution is in the hands of the people, and the people demand change. And I'm telling right now, this is a moment, but we want to speak to not only the families right now that we know of, but I'm speaking to the people right now we don't see who are incarcerated all over this country. I'm speaking to the people right now who are on the border, who their children are being separated. I'm speaking to the people who I'm telling you, this country, free my arm, free my arm, free my arm, free my arm. I'm going to tell you this country is guilty of mass incarceration. And I'm telling you, this system is so rotten that they have sent black people into prison since slavery. And they continue to do that. This entire system that is built on slave catching, that has now produced a mass incarceration. The worst mass incarceration in the world is happening in this country. And they put them far away so we don't know that there are people locked away. But I'm telling you, revolution is coming to America, and the end of mass incarceration starts right now. And guess what? I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of people who don't feel comfortable. And that is because we've taken to the streets. There's a lot of people who want us to be quiet, but we have taken to the streets. There's a lot of politicians who hope that we just stay quiet, but we're not going anywhere. There are only people who are going somewhere, and Bob Kroll and the rest of them. The rest of the politicians, the rest of those police officers, and those who support him, all of them are going. And they're going to recognize an America that has changed from the bottom up. But I'm going to tell you something. This movement right now is about us. We have to make a commitment. If we make the commitment, we can knock down any wall of oppression any day in America. And so with that said, brothers and sisters, I need you to show up like you really need to show up. That means when you come here, you better come with a gang of people. Don't bring yourself here. Bring a whole bunch of people. Bring them into this space, because we are going to continue to march. We are going to continue to demand for justice until we get real justice in this country. That's right. I've said this once, but I'm going to say it again. There are a lot of senators, and there are a lot of House of Representatives, and there is one governor. They all got houses. They went back to their houses cowardly instead of bringing legislation. And we have states like Colorado passing legislation. They didn't kill no George Floyd. They killed a lot of people, but they didn't kill George Floyd, right? How is it this state can't pass a single legislation right now? Even a fake legislation. They couldn't even pass a fake legislation. What does that tell you? They're too comfortable, and we're going to change that today. We're going to change that today. I want you to identify your senator. I want you to identify your House of Representatives, and I want you to find where they live, and I want you to camp out there until we see change in this country and change in this state. Take it to their house if they run away from the people's house. That is what we have to do. If they run away from the people's house from doing their job, we're going to go to their houses. And that's what we have to do. And with that, last point I want to say is, Bob Kroll is just an image. He's an image. And the reason why he's an image is because we've seen that image everywhere. We've seen that sign of oppression. People who have no moral ethics. People who cannot recognize a human being when they see one. That is the type of evil that we are fighting. But I'm going to tell you something. There was a guy named Bull Connor, and he thought he had a lot of power, and he thought he could beat people up. But I'm going to tell you right now, it was the people who took the boots to the streets, who demanded justice in the face of opposition, and they did it and demanded and got it. And this right now, with Bob Kroll, his days, his hours are limited. And I'm going to tell you something. Bob Kroll's justice is not just on this earth, but it's also in the hereafter. I don't believe the justice is just here. It's going to be held in hereafter, where there is a God who's going to judge every single one of us, and especially people like Bob Kroll, the pharaohs of today, who are going to see God. But I'm going to tell you the last point. They tell us, all of us, to vote, and we need to vote. But this is the time right now to realize we've been voting for all the wrong people. All the wrong people. And don't be fooled if they tell you a Democrat or Republican, they come from the same aisle, and they cannot distinguish themselves. If they could have distinguished themselves, we would have seen some positive things come out. But nothing has come out of it. So what I'm going to tell you is, just because there's an election doesn't mean that we forget that you're a part of the election. This is a moment to demand change from them. If you're going to vote for them, they have to promise you that they're going to bring change. And if they don't, you better know where they live, because no one can have justice. No one can have peace where there is no justice. No peace, no justice. No justice, no peace. That's how we're going to live. It's going to be an uncomfortable time in Minnesota, and that whole bull's BS of Minnesota nights is all over. It never existed. It never existed for people of color. We have the worst discrepancies in this country. We have the worst achievement gap in education and healthcare. What Minnesota nights are we talking about? We have been redlining people in this country. We've continued to mass incarcerate people. What Minnesota nights are we talking about? It don't exist. It sounds like Minnesota ice for most of us. A slippery ice, a black ice that no one can see, that you get drawn into. But I'm going to tell you something. We're changing that to Minnesota justice. And it's going to happen right here. And I'm telling you, it's going to happen with every single one of you. And so with that I say, and I mean it, we are going to demand justice by any means necessary.
Native life matter. Native life matter. Native life matter. I just want to bring to everybody's attention that today, 144 years ago, June 25th, 1876, Native Americans, specifically the Lakota, the Arapaho, the Cheyenne, and the Dakota people, won the victory against Custer and his 210 men. On this day, it's victory day for us. We're still fucking here, we're still fucking fighting, and we ain't fucking going no fucking where.
Y'all want to make change?
Yeah.
Y'all want to make change?
Yeah.
The problem is that we don't got no color running for nothing at all. Did y'all hear what I said? We don't got no color running for nothing at all. So they asking, what can we do to help y'all? The white folks asking us, start allowing the color to get in the building and get in the chair. Now the biggest thing right here, you see how we coming together, it might start little by little, but now it's getting bigger and now it's going to become the great. August 25th, let's march from Minnesota to Alabama. Y'all quiet now? Let's march from Minnesota to Tulsa, Alabama. Oklahoma. Well, wherever black, look.
Tulsa.
So, let's march from here to where they took our history at. I'm serious. Do y'all want to make history? Matter of fact, let me ask y'all something. Who the fuck is them to tell us to shut the state down for the United States and the whole world down for 3 months? Let's say fuck that. Let's shut down everything until we get justice. No, I'm serious. Like, I'm serious. I gave up my job. I gave up everything for this. So let's all put a stop to everything until justice gets started. Because at the end of the day, they can speed this shit up if they want to. But let's shut this whole world down until they start putting their motherfucking pedal to the metal. Because we sit here marching, we can march all day, but they gonna sit back comfortably in their chair like he said. Until we knock them out the fucking chair and demand justice, ain't shit gonna go back into the same. So let's keep this in mind. I'm gonna put everything together, put the funds together, put the time together, but I'm serious, August 25th, let's march. I'm talking about we're gonna shut every fucking highway down. We're gonna shut every fucking supposedly virus down. We're gonna shut the fucking money down. We're gonna shut everything down. If Martin Luther King can march, we can march. There ain't no motherfucking I can't, cause we can. If y'all wanna make change, let's make this march. Because at the end of the day, they didn't shut us down for 3 months and everything. They making profit off of us. They sitting back, they killing more men every day. We gotta protect the men, y'all. We really gotta protect those men because every day we get targeted every day. But I just don't see it. Like I don't see, like all these days I've been seeing a lot of things, a lot of funny things. Like my guy was saying, Uptown. Why was they barricading the whole Uptown for if they didn't know what was really going on?
Why was it more cops there than normally? Y'all know uptown, if you shoot a gun in one shot, you can't get nowhere. So how the fuck did they come with automatics and shooting 11 to 12? Come on now. It's time to wake up. They are paying gang members, they are paying clickbangers, and they're paying cops to go out here and stop what we're trying to abolish and what we're trying to defund. So if we gonna step in, we stepping into a battlefield. So put your face on, cause it's not gonna be easy. This gonna go on for 400 plus years, y'all. We gotta do like I said. Malcolm X said, you gotta burn it down. We ain't did that. Now it's time to come together and rebuild it. Let's do that.
Alright, so I already spoke twice, so I won't take up too much of your time. For those of you who didn't hear, my name is Samaya Aiden. I'm the younger sister of Isaac Aiden, who was murdered by Bloomington and Eagan officers in Eagan, Minnesota on July 2nd, 2019. The 1-year anniversary of my brother's murder is coming up. We'll be holding a rally in Eagan, at the Eagan Outlet Mall, July 1st. 2020 at 5:30 p.m. We'll be meeting up at the Saks Fifth Avenue, shutting down Highway 13 and marching to the actual spot where he was murdered to demand Eagan and Bloomington hold their officers accountable. We want the officers prosecuted and convicted. We want Isaac's case reopened and reassigned to an outside independent prosecutor. So join us in demanding these things, as well as we are wearing orange t-shirts and gray sweatpants to the rally to symbolize what he was wearing that day. I hope to see you all there. Third and last time announcing this today, so.
All right, so we're about to wrap up. Hold on a second. So tomorrow, as we mentioned earlier, there's a group that is holding a Justice for Breonna Taylor march and rally. Please show up. Powderhorn Park from 5 to 8 p.m. Let's support them, y'all. It's a lot of people that's organizing out here, and we just support them. Especially young people getting out here organizing. It's not easy to do. Thank you to the young people who led the chants, who spoke today. We just lift up y'all's leadership. We thank y'all for continuing to show up and speak your truth. I want to thank all of the marshals out here. Let's give the marshals a hand for keeping us safe. Peter Pepper, who shows up and works our sound. Thank you, Peter. Now, we're supposed to be wrapping up with the USADA chant, but I can give you 1 minute, and then we got to let the people go. All right?
Hi, I want to say, my name is Noga. Me and my crew, we just came from Milwaukee. We've been marching out there, and we've been watching everything that you guys have been doing out here. And I just want to say, you touched on one piece about the people coming up and doing this, the people coming up and making the movement, and that's one thing that I've been really seeing out in Milwaukee with, we just following you guys. And I don't know if you heard, but back in the city, we just busted this sex trafficker's house. The police didn't do that. We did that shit. We did it. Everything. We've been marching out there, following you guys. So I just want to say thank you guys for this energy. I'm so thankful that we were able to come out and march with y'all and see what y'all are doing out here. Hey, let's go. My name is Noga Solomon. Right now, we were with the crew called BWE, Black Women's Emancipation. We uplift the voices, the lost voices of the black women, trans women, non-men, everything that have been lost throughout this movement. And we just want to amplify everything because all Black lives matter. We are so diverse in our Black lives, and we just got to speak on that truth.
Let's give the ladies from Milwaukee another hand for coming out and support. Thank y'all for your courage, busting up a sex trafficking ring, standing on the front lines. We love you and we salute you. All right, now Samaya is going to close us out with the Assata Shakur chant. Come on, Samaya, bring it, girl.
Before I say the chant, I want to let everybody know, please don't go out by yourself, walk with people, don't get picked off, go in a group. If you don't have anybody to walk you back to your car, please ask the marshals. They're wearing the yellow vests. We want everybody to be safe and go home to their families. Okay, so I'll get on to the Asada Shakur chant. I want to see everybody's fist in the air. Everybody, fist in the air. And repeat after me. We have a duty to fight for our freedom.
We have a duty to fight for our freedom.
We have a duty to win.
We have a duty to win.
We must love and support one another.
We must love and support one another.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have a duty to fight for our freedom.
We have a duty to fight for our freedom.
We have a duty to win.
We have a duty to win.
We must love and support one another.
We must love and support one another.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have a duty to fight for our freedom.
We have a duty to fight for our freedom.
We have a duty to win.
We have a duty to win.
We must love and support one another.
We must love and support one another.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
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 All power to the people.
All power to the people.
Thank you for coming out.
If you still want to be out tonight, Tony has invited us, y'all, to 38th in Chicago. So if you still want to be out, he's invited you over there, 38th in Chicago. Be safe.
Also, on Saturday, sorry my voice is going away, but on Saturday, Native Lives Matter Youth Alliance and Native Lives Matter is hosting a Farbird Chocolate Sale, along with Farbird Mini Donuts for our county bars in front area. We'll be at 4200 Cedar Avenue starting at noon. 4200 Saturday starting at noon.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. This is Emma. We're live in Northeast Breonna Taylor. There is a Pride event on Sunday. There's something else happening on Monday and all throughout next week. Minneapolis is keeping the pressure on. So I will try to catch as many of those things as I can. So look for more live streams. As always, thanks for watching. Stay safe, everybody.